Hi, I'm Pierre Pinson. I'm the main lecturer for this course, Renewables in Electricity Market. Since you're going to see me quite a lot over the course, I thought it would be only fair that you get a short introduction about me so that you hear where I'm from, what I like to work on, who are my colleagues at DTU, and maybe that can start a discussion during the course or after the course about some further problems that you could focus on after the course, or maybe that can help you to simply put the learnings of the course into perspective and make you understand how these learnings may be of value in the bigger picture. I'm French originally and I moved to Denmark in 2006. Today I'm a professor at DTU Electro in the Center for Electric Power and Energy, where I head a group called Energy Analytics and Markets. I received a PhD in energetics, or you may call it energy engineering, from École des Mines de Paris in France, and also a Master of Science in Applied Mathematics from the National Institute for Applied Sciences in Toulouse, also in France. During the years, while being based at DTU, I was also during a shorter or longer periods at various institutions abroad. This includes Cambridge, the Isaac Newton Institute, École Normale Supérieure in France, ECMWF in the UK, which is a Weather Research and Operational Forecasting Center, as well as the University of Washington in the US and the University of Oxford in the UK. From this short description, you can see that I'm partly a mathematician, partly a weather forecaster or meteorologist, since I had this experience at ECMWF, and I'm obviously a power system engineer and interested in economics. My group at DTU is called Energy Analytics and Markets. It's one of the 5 groups that we have at the Center for Electric Power and Energy under the Department of Electrical Engineering. In this group, we have 3 faculty members, Spiros Ratsivasiliadis, Jalal Kazempour, and myself, while the others are PhD students and postdoctoral fellows who work with us for a period of a few years before hopefully continuing in a good career in industry or academia. What is very interesting with our group is that we have a lot of nationalities, different nationalities, and this is enhanced by the fact that we welcome a number of guests, PhD students or postdoctoral fellows on a regular basis from all over the world. For our research, we receive funding from the EU and from Danish Research Council, also from industry, and in general we work with quite a lot of international partners. In terms of education, there is this course, obviously, that we give, since you're watching this video now, but we also give other courses in energy analytics, in forecasting, in optimization, and about markets. In terms of impact, our group is quite well recognized for contribution to research, also for production of educational material, and for example, our works are presented on a regular basis at prestigious universities all around the world. In terms of our focus areas, there are 4 research themes I would like to mention here, but first of all, something I would like to say is that we try to work in an open source fashion, meaning that we do our best to share as much as we can openly the result of our work, being educational materials, so lecture notes, videos, and other things, but also our research products. That may mean publications, that may mean software, that may mean data sets. So you may see some of this openly available material out there that we will use also for the course. In terms of research themes, let me start with this one, data-driven analytics. This is something that is core to my heart since I started my career in research with forecasting. So forecasting can be for renewables, it can be for electricity prices, it can be for electric power demand. There are many forecasting problems out there, and we will discuss those throughout the course. Clustering and profiling are problems that are, you would say, ancient in the power system community, since as soon as we had consumers in the picture, we have tried to understand how we may group these consumers in different categories, and that's served optimally originally for billing, but today grouping these customers can be used for management of demand response, also billing, but also for some other purposes. Finally, big data is part of the picture today. You all have heard of big data. We are collecting more data than ever, and that's also true for power and energy systems. So we have to adapt to that. We have to adapt the methods we've already developed for big data context, and we also have to develop new methods that are just made for the big data context. Beside data-driven analytics, energy markets, obviously, there we focus on design. So how can you construct markets that fit the purpose, that are going to have the right properties, that would bring the right incentive for the participants to behave a certain way, the incentive for investment in the right future technology, etc. Today in the picture, and that's the title of the course, Renewables and Electricity Market, there is uncertainty, there is variability, and there's a need for flexibility. So we are working on how you can accommodate these various features that you want in your market and how this may impact the market design, as I mentioned. Then taking the side of the market participant, we obviously work with offering strategies, trading. How are you going to participate in the electricity market? You're going to need to formulate optimization problem, know which data you're going to need to use as input, and then you're going to try to understand also how to accommodate risk aversion in this offering strategy. Finally, there's obviously modeling and simulation. Think of decision makers, regulation authorities. They would like to understand if we make this and this change in markets, or if this new participant arrive in markets, how is this going to be different? So you need modeling and simulation tool that permit to understand how new markets or new ways to handle markets may affect the social goods, the participant revenues, etc. in the future. Taking a step back, we need to contribute to system modeling, and there we look at stochastic optimization. So that's a broader field in terms of optimization where you try to account for uncertainty. We also focus at game theory. So game theory is the science where you try to understand how different actors, agents with their own objective, their own way to optimize on this objective, how they are going to coexist and how they're going to impact the equilibrium of the system. Finally, as we get closer to people, the consumers, in the electricity system, we'll discuss consumer-centric market quite a lot in the course. We need to better understand these people and accommodate the fact that they might not be fully rational. So that's behavioral economics, the science where you try to accept that the agents are not fully rational. Here, our aim is to understand how it's going to impact markets, but also try to integrate this knowledge in the future design of electricity market. Finally, the field of power system analytics. Power system analytics overall covers the traditional problems in power system operation, but today they are revisited by many in view of the quantity of data that are made available and also with advances in modern computational techniques. So these problems can be unit commitment and economic dispatch. They can also be power system stability, where you collect a lot of data and you want to monitor the health and the state of the system. And finally, optimal power flow problems and convex relaxation to handle nonlinearities. I hope I gave you a good overview about who I am, what I like, what I research with, and I'm looking forward to working with you on this course. Thank you.